Top 10 actors who rejected superhero roles. Iconic comic book characters having live-action adaptations has changed cinematic experience. Since technology has advanced to higher levels of possibilities, all kinds of imagined superheroes and their powers, which we once questioned if could be manifested through films, are all a reality now. With Marvel Cinematic Universe and DC taking over the theaters, it is no doubt that people like watching superhero action thriller films, despite some talk of fatigue, but it's still a billion-dollar industry. With a good superhero movie comes great casting. A lot of actors are already a part of the MCU and DC, and with new projects coming up, newer faces will be seen in superhero costumes. Even though both franchises are pretty famous and known for high-budget films, not all actors accept their offers. You'll be quite surprised to know that many A-list stars have denied offers of some much-loved superheroes on screen. 10. Tom Cruise, Iron Man. When Iron Man was in the works, one of the major inspirations for its characterization was Tom Cruise. This was also when Fox held rights over the Iron Man movie until it was reverted to Marvel. However, Cruise rejected the offer, and considering now it was for the best that Robert Downey Jr. got the part, who played the role exceptionally well, and we definitely cannot see anyone else playing Tony Stark. The megastar Cruise shared his reason for rejecting the role. Marvel Studios came to me at a certain time, and when I do something, I want to do it right. If I commit to something, it has to be done in a way that I know it's going to be something special. The action star, who is known to be meticulous in his works, added, and while everything lined up, it didn't feel like it was going to work for me. I have to be able to make decisions and make the movie the best it can be, and it just didn't go that way. 9. Will Smith, Superman. Will Smith was offered to play DC's Man of Steel, but the actor rejected the offer. The primary reason he turned down the offer was because he had previously played the role of a traditionally white hero, Jim West in Wild West, for which he received a lot of backlash. Talking to MTV, the actor explained, "There is no way I'm playing Superman because I had already done Jim West, and you can't be messing up white people's heroes in Hollywood. You mess up white people's heroes in Hollywood, you'll never work in this town again." 8. Kristen Stewart, Lois Lane. Kristen Stewart met Zack Snyder to talk about her getting cast as Superman's love interest. However, that possibility died down immediately as Stewart was just not ready to jump from one franchise, Twilight, to another. The role went to Amy Adams then. Recently, though, she revisited the question of being a part of Marvel, calling superhero movies a f***ing nightmare, and admitted she probably would never join MCU unless Barbie director Greta Gerwig was on board as well. 7. Leonardo DiCaprio, Spider-Man and Robin. Leonardo DiCaprio was definitely one of the most in-demand actors of the 90s. Many franchises were reaching out to him for lead superhero role. Joel Schumacher wanted him to play Robin in Batman Forever, while James Cameron was eager to cast him in his Spider-Man movie, which, by the way, was never made. The reason Leo turned down all these roles was that he personally didn't have any interest in the superhero roles, and he didn't feel quite ready. In fact, he infamously advised Timothée Chalamet to follow a career principle of no hard drugs and no superhero movies. 6. Emily Blunt, Black Widow and Peggy Carter. MCU really wanted Emily Blunt and offered her the roles of Black Widow and Peggy Carter, but the actress turned down both the offers. Initially, it was seen as a clash of schedules, as Emily chose to appear in Fox's Gulliver's Travels over Iron Man. However, it was also because Emily didn't want to commit to such a long-term project. As she has previously shared, "I don't think I would have been able to do a lot of projects that I've loved doing." 5. Kate Beckinsale, Wonder Woman. Kate Beckinsale was offered a role for Wonder Woman, which was different from the version was released in 2017 starring Gal Gadot. "It would have been a terrible movie based on the script that I read," she said of the movie she was offered by producer Joel Silver. The actress also joked about how she has already had an experience with the rubber trousers owing to her other film, Underworld. Beckinsale also added that she isn't sad that she turned down the role of playing the hero, and that director Patty Jenkins' version of the movie turned out to be wonderful. 4. Keanu Reeves, Dr. Manhattan and Captain Marvel villain. In 2008, the John Wick actor shared the DC proposal he received from Zack Snyder to play Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen. Reeves was interested, but according to him, it didn't work out. Then later, according to Reeves, was offered to play Yon-Rogg in Captain Marvel. He couldn't do it because of a conflict with John Wick. Chapter 3. 3. Jake Gyllenhaal, Suicide Squad. Warner Brothers approached many actors for the anti-hero team-up of the Suicide Squad for the movie of the same name. They first reached out to Tom Hardy to play team leader Rick Flag, the weapons expert. After Hardy declined the offer, Jake Gyllenhaal was seen as the next best chance, but Jake declined the role too. However, we saw the 41-year-old in Spider-Man: No Way Home, in which he played Mysterio. He recently talked about his desire to play Batman, revealing Christopher Nolan had personally called him when he lost the Dark Knight role years ago. 2. Chris Evans, Captain America. This is a little hard to believe, but Chris Evans had originally turned down MCU's request for playing Captain America, not once, but multiple times. The actor kept backing away from the role until eventually he changed his mind. In 2016, at Jimmy Kimmel Live, Evans confessed why he rejected the role, saying, "I was saying no out of fear, really. It ended up kind of clicking to me in the way that whatever you're scared of, push yourself into it." Evans definitely pushed beyond his limits and completely owned the superhero character. 1. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. Brie Larson, too, rejected the role of Captain Marvel, but later changed her mind. The offer was sent to her way back when Captain Marvel was supposed to make a cameo in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Larson shared the reason for turning down the role initially. "I like disappearing into characters, and I always felt like if I was out in the public eye too much, it potentially limits you in the future. It was the quality of the script of the movie which finally got her on board with the role."